In my previous position, one of the girls I was quite close to picked up that not long after I had the smelling hallucinations, I would start getting paranoid.
Okay.
So she started to see, you know, the way in which my illness flowed and magnified, etc. So it's been really good for both ways, being open.
And you weren't aware of that before she picked up on it?
No, I wasn't.
No, that's great.
Yeah, so I learn. The learning's both ways.
And if you were advising somebody who had a mental illness or mental health issue, who was, you know, thinking about changing jobs or going back to work around disclosure, what would you suggest to them?
For me personally, it's been very positive. I have met people that have had a negative outcome, but I believe if when you disclose, you present yourself as being confident in yourself, you present the fact that you adhere to your medication and treatment plans, so that you're as stable or on the road to recovery as you can be, people are more confident in you. If you can go in there having thought about what sort of changes you will need to suit that, like the flexibility. Because a lot of the work I do isn't on a set schedule, as long as I can manage my time and manage things within a certain time frame, not having to be on a certain day every week, then they've got that to work with. And by you presenting that first, it takes away some of their, I guess, decision-making need to review what would be required and gives them better understanding. So I'd say, yeah, definitely.
Okay. And so, Nicci, one of the things that you've done that is amazing is glimpses. Do you want to tell the people out there about what glimpses
heaps of questions were coming in as well, so I can turn to them. Yeah,
I'll be quick.
They're all good questions. No, it's good. We want to hear about everything.
Glimpses started when I set up a depression and bipolar support group in my local town of Melton. That's where I was living at the time. There weren't any support, any structured support mechanisms in the area, and I thought, well, you know, my daughter and I, both having been diagnosed, obviously there's got to be more people around. When I got that going, I said, well, you know, we're open about our illness. Would any of you be willing to write your story? And that's where it started, just to share amongst ourselves. And then I asked them if they would be okay with me putting it out there to the public, which they were very happy to do. And once I started emailing out and requesting, you know, others to submit their stories with the understanding that it is distributed for free, and people can use it as an educational resource, just for personal reading. That's how it got underway. And I think now that I've got somewhere between 25 and 30 stories in it, it's over 300 pages long. I distribute it once a quarter, and each quarter I also get new stories in, and a lot of people have said it's been fantastic, in that they normally feel very isolated, particularly when they're newly diagnosed. They don't understand, and when they read it they can say, oh wow, you know, I experienced that, I didn't know that was a part of my illness. I believe the interaction between people who have the same illness is really, really important, particularly in the early days on discovering more about your illness, as well as reading, etc., to educate yourself. So that's how Glimpses got started. Now it gets emailed out to over 500 email addresses a quarter, and each time I send it out, I get more emails back saying, please add me to your distribution list, and it's been magnificent.
And I think Michael popped it up on the
It's on the front page today.
There you go, on the front page of the e-village. So if anybody who's watching this wants to have a look, it's a PDF downloadable thing. So go to it, and Nicci is the genius really behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope if we get some comments on it, I hope we might be able to entice Nicci in to respond potentially as well.